Diablo 4 is one of those games that feels better the longer you play it. The combat is great, the loop is satisfying, but there are a few things that you should know before diving in. Welcome to Dad On Cooldown, where I review games for busy gamers to see if they're worth your time. Today, we're looking at Diablo 4 and rating it against my 5 pillars: time to fun, session friendliness, soloability, family safe score, dad value. So let's dive right in. Diablo 4 starts slow. You get a couple of early skills, and the game takes a bit to warm up. But once your kit fully unlocks, the combat loop feels great. The game had a rough launch, but right now it's a much stronger state with smoother leveling and better endgame pacing. Time to fun, 6 out of 10. Session friendliness. This is a surprisingly dad-friendly game. You can hop in, clear a stronghold, knock out a nightmare dungeon or two, or jump into a world event. World bosses and Legion events run on timers, but they're frequent enough that it feels like there's always something happening. Easy to dip in and easy to dip out.
Session friendliness, 9 out of 10.
You can solo almost everything in Diablo 4. They do try to nudge you towards grouping for some activities. The one exception is specifically the Dark Citadel. This is a co-op only dungeon in the Vessel of Hatred expansion that features co-op mechanics, and it's not possible to solo. But you can use the new Dungeon Finder group tool to group up as well. And it's not required to progress your gear, so you could skip that part altogether. You can also jump in and out of parties without commitment, and the game scales well enough that solo play feels totally viable. Solo ability, 8 out of 10. Family safe score. This is absolutely a play after bedtime game. The tone is dark, the cutscenes are gory, and the combat is a constant explosion of demon parts. Kids probably won't understand what's happening on the screen, but it's still a bloody mess. Definitely not family friendly. Family safe score, 2 out of 10. Dad value. Value is where Diablo 4 really struggles. The base game sits at around $50, and once you start looking at the expansions, the price climbs fast. The Vessel of Hatred expansion added the Spearborn class, a new region, a new campaign chapter, mercenaries, and some dungeons. And then you have the Lord of Hatred coming out in April of 2026, which brings 2 new classes, the Paladin and the Warlock, along with new zones and other late game content as well. Buying everything separately gets expensive quickly, but Blizzard does offer a $70 bundle that includes the base game and both expansions. That bundle is basically the only thing that makes pricing feel even remotely reasonable. On top of that, the cosmetics shop is full of items that are labeled as microtransactions, but are priced like full game purchases sometimes. Some of the cosmetics are almost more cost than indie titles. One of the things that saved Diablo 4 from being a complete value disaster is that gameplay loop though. If the game hooks you, the grind is incredible and satisfying, and you can pour tons of hours into it. But strictly from a dollars to content perspective, it's a tough sell, and that's why the value score lands at a 1 out of 10. Final verdict. Diablo 4 nails the gameplay, the combat, and the ARPG loop. But the cost of monetization drags it down hard. If you're already hooked, you'll get your hours. If not, it's a tough sell. Final verdict, 5 out of 10. Thank you for watching another review on Dad On Cooldown. If you liked my reviews, please make sure you follow and stay on cooldown.